Welcome to 3D.sk, human photo reference for 3D artists and game developers. On this site you can find thousands of images, from studio photo reference to street photo reference. We also have a selection of animals on our site. We have some costumes, we have weapons, armor. We also have 3D scans of bodies and heads, clothing, animals, all the aforementioned above, and 3D maps and textures. So welcome to this episode, and we're just going to carry on from where we left off in the last episode. Just move this up into place. Let's move that out there. Just smooth that out. Let's inflate it up a little bit. Smooth it out. And at this point, let's just see what we can do with the projection. Smooth it out. Project all. Move it out. Let's go to dynamic solo, see what is actually going on. Okay, let's really inflate that. Project all. Maybe a bit more of an inflate. Project all. So it's getting there. Just needs a bit more space, I guess. Let's try projecting that. I think the topology is a bit messed up. So maybe I can just go in here and just kind of smooth this out. Okay, so let's go back to this. Let's hide it so we can project just this and have a look what is needing to be done. Okay. Just keep trying to project, see where that gets us. Go to dynamic solo now. I think the top lip is actually a bit out of place. Okay, that's fine. Select the top lip. Go back to this. Let's hide that. Don't need it anymore. Don't want to autosave. So now I want to mask off this area. Invert. And just project all. Let's try and get as much out as we can. Okay. Now let's try just getting this area. Project all. And that's looking pretty similar. Now that they're projected, what I want to do is I want to fix the topology up a little bit. So you can see that it's a bit messed up at the moment, but if we dynamesh, it may just, bring some of these pieces together, which is not what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around and do a little bit of a smooth. Now that we've got the rough shape. Just want to kind of go in here and see what's going on. I'm going to smooth it up in here a little bit as well. Okay. Now what I want to do, now that it's in that kind of rough shape, I want to get a Z remesher on this, and I want to remesh it to 10 should be fine. the Z of remesh. Okay, so now we're back. Let me just do a quick save here. Okay, now that the save's done, you can obviously see that our topology isn't too great. I might just try another Z remesh on this, shouldn't take too long this time. Didn't like that. So let's just smooth these out a little bit. Actually, seems like we've got a bit of a circle going on. So what I might do here is I might just go and divide this up. Let's go divide, divide, divide. And let's just create those things that we want again. So this one ends about here and around here. Let's just do something like this. Okay, let's make a polygroup. Group mask. Invert the selection. Actually, we don't need to do that because it's got a hole. It shouldn't be too hard. Let's just do something like this. Actually, if you hide that, it should be fine. So if you imagine if I just hide that, it should work out completely fine. So, or maybe not. No, it will not. Work on the top lip first then. Let's just get that out. Okay. Trying to see what's going on here. I don't like that too much. That masking I've done there. So let's just go back. I want to kind of get that in a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mask here. Or like so. So it only selects the top. I'm going to do it more like this. Let's just make that into a polygroup, group masked. Okay, and then we can group mask. Okay, so now if I select this, we get only the top of the mouth roughly. Or we can pretend it's the top of the mouth. Then if I go to project all, we should be able to get some kind of resemblance of that. Just smooth it out a little bit, project all. Maybe we can inflate a little bit here. This is working out quite nicely now. Maybe a bit more of inflate here. Project all. And one more project. So that's looking good. Okay. So that's mainly the top lip done. So now we can select this area. And maybe with this area I just want to smooth it out a little bit here and make it a bit more kind of flattish. I'm just going to kind of move this up. Move this up. Don't like that kind of curve it's got going right now. Then we can just inflate. Then we can go to this. Turn that one off. Turn this one on. And go project all. Let's see how that works out so far. project all, project all, project all. Then we can just do a project all now. It didn't seem to want to. Let's just smooth all this out. Oh, I think I know why. Let's go back to this. And let's select, let's say, the top and the rest of the head. And then let's invert the selection. For some reason it also got rid of that area, so I'm just going to select that area again. Everything but the bottom lip. And it should eventually match up quite nicely. So let's project all that. This is actually going to go wrong. Let's just press escape on that. We need to hide our bottom lip, if it lets us. So let's just select this. Let's go to polygroups, auto groups. Select this, select that, select these. Just select group masked here, and we should have two clean pieces. So I'm just going to select all this area. I'm just going to project all. So you're doing like selective projecting here to try and get some details back in some areas, and because the lips are so close together, we're trying to just get that area. And then if we go to here, go back to here, and this time if we just do this, one thing I do need to do first is just make this one polygroup. So let's go auto groups. Okay. Then this time we want the bottom lip, yes? So let's just hide that. We can go back to our subtool, wherever it is. Here it is. And we can project all there. And see how this works out. Okay, so it works out like that. Now let's unhide everything. Starting to get back to a stage where we want it. Now what I want to do is I just want to select all of this and all of this. I didn't do it like that. So let's just say I select like so with lasso tool. I just kind of go like this. Let me just check something. Did I select it all? Yes, I did. Okay, so I can just go like that. Go to mask pen and just kind of deselect some of this. I need to go to mask pen, deselect some of this area, some of this area. Let's get that back in. Okay, now let's try project all. So now we have a mouth with a mouth cavity, and we can just go around and just kind of fix these bits up a little bit. The important thing is that we've got a hole there and it works. What I'd like to do now is just kind of mask lasso this area, kind of the whole area here. Just try a project. Maybe not. There's something weird going on with the nose here, which should be able to be fixed quite easily. So I can just smooth that down till it does what I want it to. If we do a project now, it may start to kind of do weird things with the mouth, which is kind of what I'm worried about and why I selected them. We'll see how it does. Let's just see what this has done. Just put a little bit of smooth there. So it's actually done an alright job now. Let's just go dynamic solo and see why. Ah, that's why it's done a good job, because I've only shown the top of the mouth. Let's go back up to this. Let's do this and maybe smooth this down a little bit. What I want to do now is a full-on projection and see what happens. So now let's have a look at what this has done. So it's kind of given us a okay result. Just want to kind of see inside what's going on. Or just kind of get rid of some more. I'm going to see what's going on inside here. Kind of smooth that out a little bit. Let's have a look at the front. But you can kind of see that now we have got a mouth cavity, which is the important thing. So I think for now we're going to leave it like it is. Maybe we can just pinch it in here a tiny bit. Maybe we can just kind of pinch these in a little bit. Might not be that possible though. Just the corners really. Just like that. And like that. And then just smooth it out. Smooth it out. See how that looks. Okay. Okay, so we're missing quite a bit of the bottom lip. So maybe we can go back to this, go dynamic solo and just select the bottom lip. Maybe we can use our select tool with the lasso on to just kind of get rid of some of these areas that we don't really want. Missing a bit there, but that's fine. And then we can just go back and we can maybe just go project all. And that might just help it out a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's do another project. Keep projecting it out. Let's use just this area. It's still masked, it is. Use just this area and try it out. Project all. Let's just keep projecting a little bit. See where we can get. Maybe inflate it up a little bit. Smooth it out. Project all. Project all. Okay. So now they're a lot closer together. Just maybe go in with a tiny bit of a smooth here. Not sure what's happening here. Ah, there we go. You won't be able to get it perfect, but you'll be able to get it pretty close. Now we can do the top again. It's just a case of going back and forth, really. And just keep redoing stuff. So I want just the top lip. Yes, like this. Go project all. Project all. And that's working out a little bit better now. Just smooth that bit out, that bit of artifact there. Okay. So the next step I want to do quickly before we end this tutorial is just moving the neck down a little bit, like so. But the only problem I see with that is, right now we've got a bit of loss of detail between this and this version. You can see the slight loss of detail. So we're going to have to subdivide it up a little bit and carry on with the next episode, I think. So in the next episode, we're going to be covering flattening or straightening out this neck area a little bit so he doesn't look lopsided. Making some changes to the ears, fixing up the inside of the nose, and just some last refinements. So I'll see you in the next episode. Welcome to the end of this tutorial. Feel free to comment with feedback and suggestions below, and also comment on what you would like to see in future videos. Thanks and goodbye.